Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the vault. Trust Christian own nothing, control everything. Just want to thank you for tuning in live, listening to replay. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. Definitely appreciate everybody. We've been actually getting quite a bit done over at the vault and onboarding a bunch of new families, working with a bunch of new trustees, and it's been a massive shift going into this second quarter here. So just really excited and thankful. But this episode is to cater to the consultations, the interactions that we've had throughout the past week or two since we've done an episode. Once again, appreciate everybody that's on board as trustees. Take this episode as something that can add value to your lives. This is Trust Christian, reporting live from the vault. Once again, hit the like, subscribe. Feel free to reach out. Trustee Training, asset protection. We're going to go ahead and hop into it. Trustees with double minds. It's a bunch of trustees with double minds. What's a double mind? They got a job and they working for someone else and they've yet to submit and serve their family completely. And so we have to talk about this at the vault because trustees and people think that they can enroll in trustee training. They think they can enroll into this way of lifestyle and they think they could serve two masters. But if this program, if trustee training is about your last name, you're going to give up the old for the new. You're going to give up the old and renew your mind. So let's hop into it because some trustees think they going to make it. Y'all think y'all going to make it, trustees? Trust Christian going to go ahead and bust it down and break it down and tell you every day that you wake up and you don't read your family mission statement and focus on doing something for that first before you go into someone else's last name, vision, and dream. It's double-mindedness. Trustees with double minds don't succeed. Why? Because their job is making them tired, so they don't do work for trusteeship. When you are a trustee serving your family estate first, the job comes second now. It is what it is. The family estate will be perpetuated for generations to come. Businesses and jobs are vehicles. The family estate holds assets. It doesn't just hold businesses, it holds art. It holds collectible jewelry. It holds assets. Assets are not just businesses, it holds assets. Some real property, some intangible property. So if the family estate is holding collectible art, how does it hold your job? Trust Christian, don't tell me this because I haven't figured it out yet how I could quit my job and work for my family estate. And can everybody do that? It was interesting, we were going to put up this meme that we've seen in a magazine, and it showed how the country was run by trust before C Corps were created. And once C Corps were created, then families had a way to have multiple people working for them but not compromise their family trust, compromise the business trust, compromise their family estate. See how that works? They created corporations for that reason. You're in the same mindset. We create businesses for people to work for us, not work for other people. And people in trust, we do business together. People in trust deal with people in trust. People that's not in trust, they get bought out. Trustees with double minds, they always fail. Why trust Christian? Because they come in the rooms with us and it's too hard to become an elite. Why? Because they want to serve another man's family. It's too hard to get up. This is what they tell us. It's too hard to get up, Trust Christian, and put in work for my family estate. Why has it got to be so hard, Trust Christian Vault? How come God doesn't give us everything for free? Because you understand kingdom principles, and that's why you won't be allowed into heaven. It's because you don't understand the law of sowing and reaping. You got to sow so you can reap. Ain't no free lunches because you was born an American. That's why you got a welfare number. That's why you have Social Security, because you want a handout from the other man instead of you going within and going into your family estate, digging deep within your family estate, creating a family huddle and saying, what can we do with what we have? Not what we don't have, but what we have. As if people come to the table with nothing. But it's a mindset. People say all the time, trust Christian, who needs to get in trust? People that have something to lose. So why would you get in trusteeship if you have nothing to lose? Trustees with double minds have nothing to lose. Trust Christian, why would I get in trust? Explain it to me. Sell me a trust Christian in the vote. I need you to sell me on protecting my family estate. I need you to sell me on asset protection. Oh, really? Double-minded man. I need you to sell me on 501c3. I need you to sell me on private family foundation. Why? Because I see that the Carnegie Foundation's private family. I see that the Rockefeller's private family. And guess what? I don't come from wealthy. So I'm going to just stay on the other side serving them. See how the double-minded works? But when you make a decision to say, you know what? My family last name is going to live for some generations to come. We're going to make an impact on the world. And the biggest organizations in the world are private family foundations. So we're going to operate in that capacity. I'm not going to work for one. I'm going to serve on the board of one. But I'm not going to work for people. Trustees with double minds. Trust Christian, I can't build a business. I can't build trusteeship. First of all, hey, this double-mindedness. When you're in our sector in trusteeship, we're not building wealth, we're managing wealth. Do you hear the difference? When you enter into wealth sector, when you enter into trusteeship, you don't build wealth, you manage it. It is what it is. We don't need to build anything. We need to manage it properly. The double-minded man is thinking he gonna build something. It's supposed to be on the inside. All you got to do is manage it. Manage their relationships. Manage expectations. Manage your energy properly. We got trustees, they'll say, oh man, I'm all over the place. Because you're not managing your energy. You're not managing your time. Double-minded. We give trustees organizational tools. How you going to be successful if you have a double mind? Oh, trust Christian. They say, let the weak man say he's strong. I'm disorganized. I'll procrastinate. I'm so overwhelmed, trust Christian. Shouldn't I tell you the truth? Isn't the weak man supposed to say he's strong? But then I'm not telling the truth. That's how I really feel. And now we know why trustees with double minds fail. Because they're looking at the outside. Oh, trust Christian, I'm trying to build my wealth. But when you entered into trusteeship, it was all about managing the wealth. That's it. Just managing the wealth. Just managing your time, managing your energy, managing your capital, managing relationships. Serving mentality. Double-minded man says, oh, I can own something, knowing you don't own nothing. Knowing that you can get taxed out of the property via property tax and lose it just in one daggone year after you'd have paid off the mortgage. But they got people playing around with it, talking about, oh yeah, I own the house. I own the house. I own the house. Double-minded man. You own the house, you own the cars, and you're liable for all of them. Trustees with double minds. I want to trust Christian. I want to own nothing, control everything, but I gotta shake the speech. How do you shake the speech? You hang around other people that are in trusteeship that speak about it properly. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, we introduce families to organizations and larger families, and they end up learning. You got to speak about it properly. Otherwise, when you're in the rooms with some families, they're gonna take you as you are a liability. It's important to speak about what you're doing properly. Double-minded. Oh, trust Christian in the vote. Well, I'm doing my best to not speak of this as I own anything, but I control it. So is it the company or a trust or a company? Whose company is it? It owns itself. But you want to own it, don't you? Double-minded man. You're working for a company and they have a mission statement and a vision statement. Do you have a vision and a mission statement? Oh no, trust Christian is too hard. I don't come from it. It's too hard. I'm thinking about the past. I'm thinking about everything other than what I'm supposed to be doing, which is serving the mission statement right now. I'm supposed to do everything right now. The first mission statement for our family estate right now. We're going to start holding family meetings right now, not waiting until somebody else makes us hold a family meeting because someone passes. Double minded man. Trust Christian, I want to plan out my estate every single week. I want to plan it out, but it's not as easy as it sounds. I want to plan it out. So, did you invest in learning how to plan it out? Double minded man. They spending money instead of investing money. Why would I spend money on a trust Christian? Why would I spend money on private education trust Christian? Why would I spend money? Guess what? Private trustees, we focused on investing. The family estate is invested in the future. See the difference? Hear the difference? It's the mentality. It's the words. The words got power. They say in the beginning was the word, but they're using the words haphazardly. You got to use your words consciously. Are you protecting your family estate, or are you just slowly letting it drift away into nothingness, abandonment? This is exciting right now, when we think about how many families are going to leave their families in financial destitute, and how many families are going to leave themselves in a situation where they're really not going to make it. And we sit here and we think about how much opportunity that presents for people like us, Trust Christian and the Vault, where we just come in and we scoop those assets from those people in between generations and they'll never get them back. That's how we think. Somebody's got to take care of the land. You want to be an owner. We want to be a steward. You want to be an owner. We want to be a trustee. You hear the difference? The United States is a trustee, so why would you of your estate if you don't claim it? So why wouldn't you put yourself in a position to manage your estate properly? Oh, because people are minors mentally. It's a mental thing. It's not physical, it's mental. Is it business or is it personal? Are you investing or are you spending money? See the double-minded? Oh man, Trust Christian, it's got to be a double-minded. But if you're double-minded, you're not going to receive your reward. You got to let your eye be focused. What are you focused on? Family estate. Does that mean that and it doesn't mean that you should drop the ball in your first few obligations. It doesn't mean that. But what it does mean is that where your priorities at. You know how many people have come through? Oh man, I'm working a job. I gotta do something for somebody else's last name, not for my own. And then forget about their family estate today. They didn't do the minutes. They didn't reach out, do anything for their family estate. It's a double mind. We putting y'all on notice. They want to reach out to the vote and say, "Oh, Trust Christian, I'm serious about private trusteeship." Okay, on the public side, you get a free education, you get a free ride, and you don't pay for anything. And you live in debt. That's how it looks in the public sector. You want to come to the private sector? We're focused on credit. We're focused on assets. We're focused on value. We're focused on legacy. We're focused on doing first for your family estate. We're focused on dealing with people in trust first. You hear the mentality? We're focused on planning out for the next 50 to 100, 200 plus years. What about yourself? Trust Christian, don't tell me that. I can't even get past the next 2 hours to the next 2 days. How am I going to get to the next 200 years with my family estate? Exactly. Because they're not really building generational wealth. They're not building generational wealth. They playing with it. They lazy mentally. Physically. So we turn into some trustees and say, "Oh man, I got beat up." But guess what? They found somebody to hold them up. And guess what? They made it. They got assets. They made it. They're looking to protect it. They made it. They didn't quit. So people would say, "Oh, Trust Christian, I didn't quit. Doesn't that mean I'm making it?" You want it to happen faster now? Shake your double mind. Shake your thoughts of not having and focus on having. Shake your thoughts on having the money. Focus on the things you want. Because trustees with double minds, they fail every time. When you debating whether you should go to that conference to invest in your financial education, you're supposed to be betting on yourself. Who told you you're not supposed to bet on yourself every time? Who told you that? Oh, my family? Oh, my friends? How do you question betting on yourself, betting on your decision, betting on your family, bettering itself? How do you fail when you bet on your family? Oh, they don't have faith. Trust Christian. Oh yeah, a little faith. How you gonna have faith when you over here questioning whether you supposed to take a right action? Is the action gonna take you and get you closer to your family vision? Then you gotta take it. Trust Christian, don't tell me that. I'm down and out. You don't want to hear it. I'm close to the edge, baby. Man, most of y'all ain't close to the edge. We're gonna go ahead and tell most of y'all, oh, Trust Christian, I don't got the money for trustee training. That's bullcrap. We know everybody got money for the trustee training, so we already know that's a horrible excuse. Oh, Trust Christian, I don't have money for trustee training. That's a lie. That's a lie for sure. We got trustees going on vacations, but they don't got money for a family estate. We know they got money for their family estate. It's just their program to do what? To take it easy. They program to work for another man and take a break instead of them going on private family retreats and site visits. See, they've been programmed to do that. Programmed to go work for, to go take vacations 2 weeks a year for somebody else's family estate instead of them going on site visits and private family retreats for their family estate. It's easy to go in debt, to go sit 5 hours in front of some government application to get a government handout for some government education instead of actually taking the hard sweat dollars that they got from business and actually reinvesting that back into themselves at a private conference, at a private networking conference, at a private educational event for them to advance themselves and their family estate. That's the difference. Should you invest in your private education? They have the money. But do you want a handout from the other man? You want a handout from the government? You think somebody owes you something? You owe yourself. You owe the ancestors to do your best, to have faith. It's too hard, Trust Christian in the vault. Why is it so hard? I'm surrounded. I'm watching the news every day. I got this magnetic cell phone in my hand, so I'm just scrolling. My hand just seems to scroll up and down, and I'm not able to control it. I'm trying to get control of my habits. How do I get control of my habits, Trust Christian in the vault? You got to invest in your private education so you can reprogram yourself. It's that simple. Christian at trustchristian.com. You can reach out. We will help you reprogram yourself and your family estate moving forward. So some trustees say, oh, Trust Christian, man, I'm getting older, We sat in front of some trustees that's over 50 years old this past week, and they're more excited than people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s that have lost hope for life. Oh, man, that's all we heard from these trustees that were over 45, 50 years old plus. Man, I'm excited, Trust Christian. There's a new direction in my life. I've been waiting for this information, Trust Christian. I've been looking for this, man. I just need to implement it. Exactly. That's what we're going to do. We'll implement it. It takes some time. Better to get started than not get started. Trust Christian, I'm going to be a part-time trustee, not a full-time trustee. I'm going to serve some of the family estate sometime, but I'm not going to serve it all the time because I just want to work for somebody else. It sounds so exciting to work for someone else. Now, here we go. Some people say, Trust Christian, is that truly a compromising position? Ladies and gentlemen, even if we were talking to trustees and we said, hey, if you go into an independent contractor position, we have trustees that go into independent contractor positions, 1099 positions, so you don't work for someone else. It's an independent contract. It's a contractor position. It's a relationship based off of business, not, oh, I work for you. It's a work together, not work for you. Nah, Trust Christian, I don't want it to be that easy though. Because then I got to do something for my family estate. I don't even know what I would do. I don't know where to start. That's why you invest in your private education. Did public school give you that answer? Did public school give you that answer? Did they share with you How to go private? No, then you got to invest in the private education. Wherever you got that information from, that's where you got to invest. We could have did an episode. People think you're going to get free information. Free information is like free lunch at school. If you got free lunch at school, that's what you want when you want free information over the internet. Oh, Trust Christian, convince me why I need to be in trusteeship. I need you to convince me to be in private trusteeship. I need you to convince me. Free lunch status. Give me the free information. I'm not going to take the time out to go listen to the YouTube. I'm not going to take the time out to read a 5-page document. Right, because you're a free luncher. You're a probator. You gonna go get a will, pay a lawyer to get a will. You gonna pay a lawyer to get a trust. Hold on, let's go there. You gonna pay a lawyer to get a living trust, and your estate still gonna go through probate. Let's talk about it. You're gonna pay a lawyer because you didn't do your due diligence and go through probate because you didn't want to invest in your education. You want to spend time watching TV. You want to spend time getting entertained. Double-minded trustee. They want to spend time. They want to spend money. They didn't want to invest. Oh, yeah. They didn't want to invest. It's too hard to invest, Trust Christian, because I don't know when I'm going to get my return. The Lord says that the return don't come when I say it. It's going to come when it's supposed to come. But I got to be faithful, and I got to keep working. Even when I don't feel like it, I got to do the minutes. I got to find people to connect with. I got to invest in my private education. I can't get a free lunch. Free lunchers. That's what we should start calling them. Trustees that want free lunches. Let me get the free information. Let me get in the insurance before I get in the trusteeship. Look, here we go. Shortcutting trustees. What do they say? Let me get in the they'll be like, oh man, Trust Christian, I'm gonna get in the 508, whatever it is, some 508 garbage that's not even sitting in the rooms with us that's wealthy. But they want to sit here and talk about some church status. But they didn't invest in any private education. They got the free stuff. They got the free information. It's free. Nothing's free. And we'll lean into that. You got to invest. The sooner you switch your mentality into investing instead of spending, the sooner you're going to be in a position where the investments are paying you. The investment is to give you a return. When you spend money on things, when you spend time on things, there is no return. Let's get with it. There is no return when you spend. So let's think about these decisions before we make them. But what happens, Trust Christian in the vault? It can't be that easy. It can't be that simple. I just want to spend a little bit of time sometimes. Investing seems like it's going to take some work. Investing seems like it's going to take an effort. Investing seems like I got to have the right attitude. Investing seems like I got to have the right mentality towards education. It can't be the white man's education. It can't be the other man's education. It's got to be your information that you deserve, that you were supposed to have, and you claimed it, and it's yours. But the double-minded man says, oh man, that's that man's information. That's that woman's information. You know, I got to study their information. I got to study the wealthy people's information because I want to be wealthy, because I don't want to be poverty no more. So then what are you talking about? What information are you clinging to? What master are you clinging to? What master are you clinging to? I'm going to cling to the wealthy information, Trust Christian, because it seems as though that's what I want. But somehow it seems like it's a lot of work to be wealthy. Here we go. You're double-minded because you don't know your number. You don't know what it's going to take for you to never have to work again. We talk to trustees at that level. What is the number that you have that says if it's sitting in an account right now, if it gave you a 5 to 10% yield, you could be okay with that number for the rest of your life. Just for the ease. Just for the, hey, you know what? This gives me my base lifestyle, Trust Christian in the vault. How many of y'all know that number? You know, but some people don't even know how much their expenses is and their monthly living expenses is. That's how bad it is. But even if you don't know your monthly expenses, you're supposed to know how much it takes to live. So how much money do you want and need to retire? to say, you know what, I got enough coming in passively. They don't know that, Trust Christian. They know what the boss's salary is. We know what our friend's salary is. We know what LeBron James making. LeBron's making 150, right? He making 150 million in his contract, right? But you hold on. What's your contract with the family estate? We got to sign a contract with the family estate so we can start getting paid. Trust Christian, I'm not gonna put all my assets in the trust, because look, the accountant and the lawyer told me if I put it all in there, I'm not gonna be able to get it back. Cause I wanna. The reason why I was doing it was to get rid of a liability. They didn't understand that, so they kept talking to me so I could have a liability. Cause they being liable, so I'm gonna be liable. Right? You talking to people that's a liability, telling you to keep the assets in your name. They're the liability. Double minded, right? But hold on. Did you want to be an asset to your family estate or a liability to your family estate? How many people come on the line every week? I'm trying to pass something to my children. How you gonna pass something to your children and you a liability? How you gonna pass something to your children and you gonna make them a liability? How much of an asset are you trying to make your children a liability? I'm gonna tell my children to become the beneficiaries because I'm just gonna be a trustee for now, so I could get rid of a liability. But then you're going to put your children back in that place? Hold on. But then you're going to let the lawyer put you back in that place? Why do I need to be liable, Trust Christian involved? Because you didn't let go of ownership yet. And when you let go of ownership, then you maintain what? Control. You can still have control of life. It's a mentality. See how we're talking about the double-mindedness? But I want to own something, Trust Christian. I never know what that felt like. I want to feel like what it feels like. Then we get trustees. Y'all don't even know the feeling that a trustee get. Trustee will call us random times and say, Trust Christian, I went through a situation recently and I'm so thankful that I feel that I made the best decision of my life. We've had trustees cry on the phone, whether it's for trusteeship or whether it's the insurance policies, because they've been able to protect their families. And just to let y'all know, we're doing another trade using the insurance side of the trust account again because we just got to. It's just way too many trustees that are enrolled, and we've had trustees really give us some great progress reports recently from the insurance stuff. And there's a lot of misnomers out here. A lot of people think they could talk about this insurance stuff, and we got the best in the business with Victor, with Tiffany. We've had Carrie come through. We've had many trustees, and we're just really thankful. So appreciate you all. We got some new trustees always enrolled. We got trustees that actually really do make it a point to get enrolled and take on the insurance as another stream of income. So really thankful for that. Feel free to reach out, Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, Christian at trustchristian.com. Feel free to type into the chat where you listen to live, listen to replay from. Appreciate Sleeping Giant for tuning in live, listening to replay. Trustees with double minds, they never make it. Ladies and gentlemen, please find your number as a trustee. What does the family estate need to have in the estate by the end of this year? What does the family estate need to have in the estate by the end of 3 years and 5 years? Oh, Trust Christian in the vault. I don't know. I got to figure it out. You do. And we look forward to hearing it. We look forward to working with you all. We look forward to helping you all achieve your goals and your dreams. You got to have a single focus on what is it that you're looking to accomplish in trusteeship. You want asset protection? You get asset protection. You want to get rid of liabilities? You get rid of liabilities. You want to minimize your liabilities? You can minimize your liabilities. But saying you want to do it and then not doing anything, we already know what time it is. It's just trustees talking. It's people out here just running their mouth. And we're here to set the record straight that guess what, trustees and individuals that are like, we appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listening, replay. We just want to let y'all know at the vault, we are not in the business of helping people build wealth. We are in the business of helping people manage it. Appreciate you all for tuning in live, listening, replay. Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, that's Christian at trustchristian.com. We got some major episodes coming up for y'all. We're going into the swing of the things this year. Christian at trustchristian.com. Look forward to hearing from you all. This episode is really just to address a lot of the double-mindedness and being able to know what's the opposite and really gut checking. A lot of trustees, they say, oh, trust Christian, I get inspiration from the episodes, I get motivation. The biggest thing, trustees, right now is to really be double down on your actually doing the management at steps properly, staying on top of it. Trustees get so far out there, it's like, oh man, I could go a whole month without doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, how can you go a whole month? You don't know enough. We got mentors at the vault. We check in every month. How do you go months without checking in? How do you go months without tapping in? That's simple. They don't understand mentorship. They don't understand elite mentality. Elite mentality, we have at least 12 board meetings a year, 4 board meetings a year. Easy. Maybe more. When things are getting done, you got to have multiple meetings. Now, we could sit here and say we're not even fans of meetings, but we could say, hey, when you need to have a meeting, you got to have a meeting, whether it's virtually or in person. Appreciate the trustees that have stepped up to the plate throughout the years. We look forward to serving you all. Understanding you have to serve the family estate first, your last name first, the private family foundation first, the family trust first, not the boss. The boss. Oh, I'm going nowhere. I'm going to sit in traffic for an hour to go serve another master. Oh, Trust Christian, don't worry. Here we go. We got this one. Trust Christian, I don't have to leave the house. I could stay in the house and sit in the bed and serve master. How is that even better? I don't have to leave my house to serve master now. He's letting me be a house slave. Exactly. It's a mentality. People in our sector focus on building assets, not being a liability to their family estate. We are called to be independently, financially independent and independently wealthy. We look forward to hearing from you all. Christian at TrustChristian.com. Once again, that's Christian at TrustChristian.com. Peace.